Hey, how's it going? My name's John McLennan. Hope you're doing fantastic. I'm here with GuitarControl.com bringing you this video lesson. And I want to teach you a song today called Bring It On Home by Led Zeppelin. And this band's roots were the blues, and this song really demonstrates that. So click the link below so you can get the tab to follow along. And I'm going to break it down for you in a couple sections. We're going to learn that intro blues part. Then we're going to get into the main riff of the song. We're going to play a funky 16th note rhythmic pattern for the verse. And then we're going to end with a classic blues turnaround. So let's zoom in and break it down. Put your first finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Play that note along with open E. Make sure your first finger lays across the strings 1 through 4 and mutes them. The other bit of muting we're going to do is we're going to take our right hand palm and we're going to drop it down here and take some of the ring out of the note. This is called palm muting. I'm putting my palm right where the string and the bridge meet. And I get this sound. As opposed to me, the blues sounds best palm muted. So I've got open and 2nd fret. I play that twice with a down pick of my right hand, and then my 3rd finger goes on at the 4th fret and replaces that note on the 2nd fret. And then I go back to 0-2. Okay, so we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Then on beat 4 we do this little lick called a hammer-on. You're going to play the 3rd fret of the 6th string and hammer to the 4th fret. Then play the 2nd fret of the 5th string. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Okay, this is the beginning of the tune, and I counted it out. It's actually 35 bars of just E. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and this. That would be 1 bar, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 35, you know. And to me, I listen to the vocal melody that cues me. Take my seat right way back. That's when we go to the A chord. So 35 bars of this. And then you're going to go down 1 string and do the same thing. And then back up. Train roll down the track. And then we're going to end with this turnaround. Bring it on home. Bring it on home to you. So what that is I'm going up to a B chord, the 5 chord, putting my 1st finger here on the 2nd fret, 3rd finger here on the 4th fret. I'm doing basically a B5 chord, this root 5th to root 6th. 1 and 2. This is basically a movable version of what we're doing here on the open strings. Then to A, then to E. Back again. Bring it on home. Bring it on home. Then we just end there on 0 and 2. So let's play. We're going to go from the A chord. Back to E. to kick into the next part. Okay, so you can now play the first minute and a half or so of the song. Let's dive into the main riff. Page digresses from that nice clean tone at the beginning and ramps it up here for the next part of the tune. We're going to start with the open A string, and then we're going to play the 2nd fret, and then do the same thing on the next string down. Open 4th, 2nd fret. So that sounds like this. And then your pick comes up, and you play low E. So you've got okay? And I like to do them all on downstrokes with the right hand. Then you move up to the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And I'm using my 3rd finger actually for all these. You can use your 2nd if you want. I just know that I have this bend coming up right here on the 3rd string. And it's a whole step bend, and because I'm so close to the nut down here, I try not to ever, if I can avoid it, bend with just one finger, or I'd never do this, like lift with my 3rd finger and not put other fingers behind it. So I always get the extra strength using my thumb as a fulcrum here. So what I did was bend up on the 3rd string with my other fingers behind it, and then back. Then I go to, that's just the natural 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So I've got that's the first measure. Okay, then the 2nd measure goes like this. Same thing. This time you just stay on that 2nd fret, that note A. So it's 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4. You can give it a little vibrato. Again, if you're having trouble with this, click the link below. You can get the tab to follow along. Alright, so after that main riff, we're going to get into this funky 16th note rhythmic pattern. Here we go. There's a number of layered guitars on this track, but what I've tried to do is combine and, break it down to, if I was just one guy in a band, what part would I play? So, one guitarist. This is what I came up with. So I've got my 1st finger here on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then 2nd finger here on the 4th fret, 4th string. Play those 2 notes together, or 4th fret, 3rd string, so. And then you do 2 down up, so it's 1 and I've just muted the strings and get that sound. And then I go back and I play 2 and 2 on those same strings. So 2nd fret, 2nd fret. And then do 2 mutes again. So it's 1 and a 2 and a 16th note. That's what it's getting, that funky rhythm. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Then I do a hammer-on. I play open G, hammer to the first fret, and 2 more mutes. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. Then I reach down here and play this 3rd fret, give a little pull for personality, and then play open A. Okay, so that's measure 1. Measure 2 is exactly the same, except for the last note. Instead of going, we're going to go. So it's going to alternate. It's pretty awesome. Part 1, part 2. Then we connect it back into the main riff, and then finally we hold that last note and we're going to tag it back with our original blues. The tune ends going back to a tag of the beginning. Let's break down that final blues turnaround. So coming out of that main riff, you're holding the 2nd fret, and you're going to play the final cadence of B to A to E. So, and bring it on home, bring it on home to you. So that was what we were doing earlier, and again, yeah, I would play it palm muting. Bring it on. Tag it with this final turnaround lick. We're going to play open E, and then you're going to play 9 and 9 on the 2nd and 4th strings. And what I would do is do what's called hybrid picking. So put my pick here, and then my middle finger on the 2nd string. So what's happening is these 2 notes are moving up in half step. 9, 10, 11, 12. And every other note is the E. And that's the fingering that I use. 1st, 2nd and 3rd. 2nd and 3rd, and then you slide off it. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. And then you can play this E7 chord here, which is basically 7, 6, 7 with a low E. I really hope you enjoyed this lesson and it helps get your playing to the next level. For further information, you can click on the annotation on the screen or the iCard if you're on mobile, and you can check out one of my courses. If you're watching this video, I have a course called Blues Power that is very similar to this. Alright, well, I'm John McLennan. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and we'll see you in the next video lesson.